Sunday, March 4th. Now, yesterday I was telling you about my brother-in-law, Tony, and about how he had talked to me about how America was a nation of immigrants. Well, back in 1964, after he told me this, I got to thinking, I was 10 years old, and I got to thinking that America was also a nation built by slaves. Yeah, by slaves. Now, over the weekend, I met Salvatore J. LaBruna, who wrote this book. See this book right here? Runaway Slave Advertisements. Articles related to the history of slavery in the Hudson River Valley from 1783 to 1827. Yeah, 1827, because that's the year that New York State did away with slavery, abolished it legally. That doesn't mean it was gone. No, because children born of slaves could still be purchased, bought and sold by owners after 1827. Oh yeah, there were loopholes. There's always loopholes you got to watch for. Anyway, this is an amazing book. I'll be telling you a little bit more about this in the coming weeks. I haven't read it yet. I just started reading it. But, you know, when I was 10 years old, we didn't have books like this. No. And yet, one day, Walt came home and he gave me this book. Do you see this right here? Adventures of an African Slaver. Yes, this is... as opposed to Sal's book, which was published in 2018, this book was published in 1928. See right there? That's the cover, the frontage page. And look at this illustration. This is an illustration of a slave ship. Yeah. So Walt brought it home. Somebody in tuxedo gave it to him, thought I might like it. And wow, this was an interesting book to go through. And I'll share some of this with you as well. But again, it was hard to find books like this, especially for a kid in 1964. I mean, I've been telling you about these books, you know, the American Heritage Illustrated History of the United States. Tessie got these for me at the grocery store, at the A&P, one every few weeks. And I really love them. I still have them. They're great, colorful, interesting. Ricky Cramshaw and I went through them. But there was missing stuff. And that was an important thing to recognize. Uncle Mal would say, well, that's because history is written by the winners. Well, yeah, but I might amend that and say history is usually written by the conquerors. Yeah. And those who are conquered have a history as well, particularly if they manage to survive. And that's an important history because, well, guys, we're in a tough time. We're in a time full of turmoil, climate change, and we have this history with us. The history of black and red America, the history of people who have been conquered, and yet survived and sustained. And in this time of turmoil and climate change, we need to learn survival. We need to learn sustainability. And it's right here. It's right here among us. It's a mixed multicultural history, and it's worthy of celebration. So that's where we're headed. Yeah. See you again tomorrow.